Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oke, teman-teman, selamat datang in the conversation class with your lecturer, Mr. Danang Wiranoko. Okay, so today's meeting is I think it's the 12th meeting, yeah. And in this session, it will be a little bit different. Okay, so today I'm gonna discuss all about the words or the vocabulary that will be related on today's topic. Okay, so on today's topic will be the words that related with the government. Okay, so here the main point is if you want to have a good uh, skill in speaking in English, yeah, a good skill in spoken English, the main point is you have to have a broad or a wide range of vocabulary words. Okay, so let's start with the word chart from this topic today, which is the government. Yeah. So here in this topic we have yeah, noun, verb, adjective, and adverb. Okay, probably because my camera is on the left corner side, ya. Jadi kamera saya ada di bawah kiri. Ini mungkin ada tulisannya nggak bisa kelihatan ya. So I will explain about that later. Okay, so we have agency, okay, an agent. We have aid, yeah, authority, authorized, and then we have balanced, balancing, yeah, benefit, beneficial, border, and bordering, contradiction, contradictory, contradicting, and contradicted. We have immigration, immigrating, immigrant. Okay, we have establishment, establishes. Okay, we have document. Okay, and then we have documented, immigration, immigrating. Okay, and then we have immigrant, insistingly, policy, progressively. We have progressing, and then we have protesting, and then protestingly, or protesting or protested. Yeah, sorry about that. It's one word. Oh, protester. Okay, restriction, restrictively, and then we have restricted and restricting. Society, socialize, socially, and socialization. So the word that in the corner, di bawah kiri, ya, bawah kiri itu tertutup itu adalah society and socialization. Ya. Okay, if you don't know anything about this word or the meaning of this word, I will explain to you on the next slide, which is the definition and also example. Oh, still ada lagi ya. We have stability, stabilized, stable, instability, unstable, trading, and traded. Okay. So yeah, like I said, this will be the definition and example of those words. Ya, jadi kata-kata yang tadi ada di sini. I will explain. Ya, or I will explain just briefly. Ya, jadi agency itu adalah suatu what is it? A company. Ya, agency is like a company. Ya. So in other word of company, we can say agency. Yeah, newspaper agency. Compass agency, yeah, perusahaan Kompas, or magazine agency. An agent is someone who is working in that, or an agent. It means like it's a company. It's a person who works in a company, or In a different context atau depending on the context ya, depending kalimatnya, agent bisa juga kayak police ya atau spy agent ya. That's commonly used. Dan aid ini adalah bantuan, okay? Bukan AIDS ya, no, that's AIDS. AIDS doesn't help anybody, okay? But aid ini adalah suatu bantuan, ya. Aid itu membantu. Then we have authority, authorized, ya. Authority itu ya seorang yang punya kekuasaan, ya, authority. Contohnya like a policeman, the army, yeah, they have authority. Or even your mom and dad, they have authority in your life. Ya. Dan authorize itu suatu kebijakan atau suatu aturan yang membijakkan, ya, authorized. And we have balance, of course. Di dunia akuntansi dan ekonomi itu pasti ada istilah balance, ya, seimbang atau neraca, ya, you can say that. And then balancing ya, membalanskan atau menyeimbangkan, balancing. Beneficial, ya, benefit itu ya menguntungkan, oke. Okay? And we have bordering. Border itu adalah perbatasan, oke. Okay? Contradiction, of course, you know this by the word contract. Contra means dispute atau argument, ya, ketidaksetujuan, that's contradiction. Okay. Immigrate ya adalah suatu populasi atau suatu orang yang pindah dari satu tempat ke tempat yang lain, immigration. Okay. And then immigrant itu orangnya, pelakunya, immigrant. Okay. And then establish, menghasilkan, ya, establishment. Okay. Documented, ya, document, of course. Everybody know, ya, sering main gadget pasti tahu artinya dokumen. Okay, and then immigrate, ya, immigration itu tadi perpindahan, ya, immigrant, ya, that's the person. Instance and instinct. Oh, okay. Let me see the immigrant and immigrant. Okay, what's the difference between those two? You were probably asking. Oh, before that, let's go to the example and definition. Okay, so here we have number one. We have border. Yeah. So here border is the edge of a geographical area. Okay, the United States share borders with Mexico and Canada. It is difficult for most citizens of East Berlin to cross the border into the West Berlin. Okay, border adalah the edge of geographical area atau perbatasan. Aid, ya, help, membantu. Many governments give aid to their poorer citizens. The victims of the fire were aided by their friends and neighbors. Okay, bantuan. Dan document, of course, is an official paper, ya, suatu kertas yang sangat penting. We have to show our document to, we have to show our document in order to cross the border. Okay, let me drink first. So many important historical documents are stored in that museum. Okay, so document, kertas atau suatu kertas yang penting, ya, paper, an official paper. To show or prove. Nah, ini salah satu saya bilang tadi, ya, tergantung konteks kalimatnya. The police asked me to document my location at the time of the murder. His writing document the history of the town. Ya, ini adalah dokumen adalah suatu bukti, ya, atau fakta bukti. Okay. So number four. Kita masuk ke number four. Immigrate. To come into a country to stay permanently. Immigrate itu adalah kita pindah, ya, to immigrate, to come into a country to stay permanently. Ya, jadi kita pindah ke satu negara untuk selamanya. Many Europeans immigrated to the United States in the early 90s. The government controlled the number of immigrants to their countries each year. You need documents for the United States Embassy to immigrate to the United States. Okay, so immigrate means to come into a country, yeah, to come into. But emigrate, yeah, emigrate itu beda. Emigrate means to leave a country, to live permanently somewhere else. Jadi to emigrate itu kita pindah, ya, dari negara itu dan pindah ke daerah lain. Okay. Jadi kita pindah keluar as emigrate, tapi immigrate kita pindah ke dalam. My grandparents emigrated from France to the United States. Many immigrants from Ireland and Scotland went to the United States to find a better life. Okay, number 6, we have progress, which means advancement. Ya, progress, advancement, suatu progress, kemajuan. Ya. There has been much progress in the peace talk. The war may end soon. The government should help the country to progress and become a better home for its citizens. Okay, so progress, advancement. Number 7, restriction, a limitation. The United States government has restrictions on how many immigrants may enter the country each year. Many governments restrict their citizens carrying of weapons. The governments do not allow any weapons, but others allow small weapons. Okay. So restriction itu adalah dibatasi, okay, atau tidak diperbolehkan, restricts. Okay, tergantung kalimatnya juga. Okay, and number 8 we have policy. Yeah, policy, a general plan which has been decided on. Jadi suatu rencana, ya, yang sudah diputuskan atau sudah ya diambil, ya, decided atau diputuskan. The government's policy on crime may change when the new president takes office. Oke, jadi suatu kebijakan pemerintah, ya, itu akan berubah-ubah sesuai dengan presiden yang berkuasa, ya. Jadi di situ. Okay. It's what is your country policy on immigration? It's very strict. There are many restrictions. Okay, so kebijakan. What is your country policy on immigration? Okay, so a general plan which has been decided on. Okay, number 9, we have protests. Yeah, to speak or act publicly against something. A large crowd of people protested outside the government building, angry at the new policy on food prices. Some governments permit peaceful protests, others do not. When the protesters become violent, they were arrested by the police. Okay, protest itu adalah demo, ya. Kata gaulnya adalah demo. And then trade, number 10, the buying and selling of agricultural and manufactured products between countries. Yes, trade adalah perdagangan, bisa juga, atau pertukaran, ya, trade. Okay, the United States has trade agreements with many nations. During the early 1980s, many countries attempted to increase trade with China. To give one object to get another object. Kata lain, ya. Like I said, it's depending on the context of the sentence, ya, tergantung konteks kalimatnya. Okay, the little boy traded some toys with his friend. I traded my old car for a new one. Okay. Then number 11, stable, not changing. Stable itu maksudnya tetap, ya. The government a stable government will help that country progress. The value of that country's money is unstable. This week it is worth only half of what it was worth last week. Oke, jadi kayak bursa efek ya. Jadi kalau bursa efeknya kita eh, mapan atau kuat atau tidak berubah, ya, stable, itu sangat bagus untuk perkembangan suatu negara. Okay, number 12, we have authority, an official power. The president has more authority than anyone else in the country. A person with official power. The immigration authorities did not permit her to enter the country. Okay. Jadi suatu kekuasaan, official power, atau seseorang yang memiliki official power, okay, authority. And number 13, we have agency, yeah, an administrative division of the government. Yeah, agency itu suatu kayak perusahaan atau lembaga, ya. The defense agency of that country manage the country's military. The agency has authority over all foreign trade. Okay, an administrative division of the government. Then we have agent, a person who makes arrangements for his employer. Our agent has arranged for a meeting with the two other companies. That company has agents in cities all over the world. He was arrested for being a secret agent for another government. Okay, so agent, tadi ada spy agent ya secara umum. Person who takes a range with his employer. Okay, number 15, we have society, ya, masyarakat. A community or nation having common traditions and interests. Ya, society itu adalah masyarakat. Immigrants sometimes have trouble getting accustomed to the new society in which they are living. She came a doctor. Sorry, she became a doctor because she wanted to help society or help the society. And then we have established. The establish here is to bring into existence, menghasilkan. Okay, the government wants to establish a new immigration policy. Okay, many countries established trade with China during the 1970s. Okay, and then we have insist. Here is to stay strongly. Okay, sorry about that. I'm a bit sleepy. Okay, the protester insisted on speaking with the president. Okay, so insist means kayak memaksa ya, insist. Kata lain dari insist itu memaksa. To demand, to stay strong. Atau in other words, memaksa. I insist, no, I insist, I pay, saya memaksa, bayar. Okay, and then establish, tadi udah ya, establish to bring an system, okay. And then, it doesn't come out. The government insisted that it is making progress on the trade problems. Okay, so next, number 18 is balance, to keep steady or even. Yeah, balance itu seimbang. Countries want to have a balance of trade with their trading partners. If one country exports much more than the other, there is no balance. The government must balance the positive and negative factors before deciding on a policy. Okay, so ini balance seimbang ya. Number 19, we have benefit, to do good for, ya. Benefit itu keuntungan ya, atau win-win solution. The government policy will benefit the poor people by lowering food prices. Excuse me. A stable government benefits the whole country. B, an advantage. Some countries offer immigrants many benefits, such as job training and language lesson. Okay, so benefit, ya, to do good for, ya, melakukan hal baik untuk seseorang, that's a benefit. Or in other word is advantage, ya, kata lain atau istilah konteks dalam kalimat, ada keberuntungan, ya, advantage. And then number 20 we have contradict, to go against a person in what he says, ya, to go against a person, melawan, ya, atau you know, uh, apa istilahnya, debate, ya, debate. The speech by the leader of the protest contradicted what the president has said. The document does not make sense. There are too many contradictions in it. Jadi, the speech by the leader of the protest contradicted what the president has said. Ucapan dari uh, protes, pimpinan dia pimpinan protes itu berlawanan dengan apa yang dikatakan oleh presiden, Okay. Next one. Okay, kita masuk ke introductory exercise, ya. Jadi please try to remember all these words. Yeah, we have 20 words. Okay. So now let's go with the exercise, which is definition. Yeah. So match each word with its definition. Okay, coba kita lihat number one mana ini? Where is? Oh, here we are. Okay, here we are. Use a pen. An official paper. Kira-kira apa ini? An official paper. We have agency, aid, authority, balance, benefit, order, contradict, document, immigrate, establish, immigrate, insist, policy, progress, protest, restrict, society, stable, and trade. Okay, we have official paper. Kira-kira official paper ada? Ada tahu? Masih ingat? Okay, I will help. It's with D. Yeah, D. Kira-kira D yang mana tuh? Yes, it's H, document. Okay, next one, number two. We have to speak or act publicly against something. To speak or act publicly against something. Berbicara atau berbuat secara public, ya. Oh my goodness, 61%. That's a bit high. I public against something. Yes, kalau kita tidak setuju kepada sesuatu dan kita ingin menyuarakan suara rakyat, biasanya suara rakyat. Yes, that's right. It's protest. Yeah. Okay, good. Advancement. Apa tadi advancement? Kira-kira masih ingat nggak advancement? Authority, balance, benefit, order, contradict, document, immigrate, establish, immigrant insist, policy, progress, protest, restricted society, stable, and trade. Advancement, it is, yes, that's right, it's progress. Good. The edge of a geographical area. The edge of a geographical area is, masih ingat tadi, kira-kira? That's right, is border. Okay. A general plan which has been decided on. A general plan which has been decided on. Kira-kira apa ini? A general plan which has decided on. Apa kira-kira is it? It's a policy. Establish. Apakah establish? A general plan. Coba kita lihat kembali. Oh, here we are. A general plan which has been decided on. Yes, it's policy. That's right. Okay, yep. Policy, which is M. Okay, number 6, to come into a country to stay permanently. To stay in a country. Itu agak susah antara immigrant and emigrants. Yeah. To stay in a country of immigrants. With the E, immigrants. Okay. So come in a country. Yeah. So it's immigrant. It's K. To come into. Changing. Oh, this one is easy. Yeah, that's right. Stable, not changing. To leave a country, to live remain somewhere else. To leave. That's will be the other one. Emigrate. Emigrate. And then to bring into existence. To bring into existence. Oh, sorry. To bring into existence. Apa ini? Establish. Apa establish? Coba kita lihat. Establish to bring into existence. Yes. That's right. It's establish. Establish. J. And then an administrative division of a government. An administrative division of a government is agency. Okay, agency. To demand, to speak strongly. To demand, to speak strongly. Insist. What is it? To demand, to speak strongly. Yes. Insist. Apa tadi insist? Insist L. Okay, an official power. Authority. Official powers. Authority. To go against a person in what he says. Contradict. Where is that? G. Okay. This I will help you. You have to practice by yourself later on after this, okay? And then to keep steadily or even, which is balance. Yeah, so this is balance. Okay. An advantage, benefit. Yes. Sorry. This benefit. Yes. So is benefit. Yeah. Okay, guys. So this is the way it is. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Answer each question with the words from the word chart in this unit. What can people do if they do not like government decision? Well, you can protest it, yeah? It's up to you. You can use your own words, yeah, protest or against, yeah? What do you cross when you go from a country to another? What do you cross when you go one country, or what do you cross a border? Okay, what countries do with their extra grain? Exported? I never exported. Do we have exported? Oh, trade. Traded, ya. Kalau kita punya kelebihan, ya, what do countries do with their extra grain? Export atau trade, ya. What do you call a foreigner who comes to live in your country? Comes to live, okay. Immigrates, yeah. And what does the government try to do to crime? They try to Restricted. You can say that. Yeah, you can say restricted. You can say restricted. The crime. What is an important paper document? What is something that is good for you? What is something that is good for you? Hmm. Can I get something good for you? What is that? Hmm. Oh, okay. Maybe eight. Yeah, eight is good for us. Okay, Antoine. What does a person do if he wants to believe something? What does a person do if he wants to believe something? We have oh, belief in something. Progress, I think. Yeah, you can progress. And then next one is what should you give to someone who needs help? What should you give to someone who needs help? AIDS. Yeah. What do you do if you disagree with someone and you state your opinion? Uh, Protest. Okay. If you leave your country and live permanently in other country, what do you do? Emigrate. Yeah? Emigrate. Okay. Now match each word with the word mostly similar in meaning. Okay, kita cari synonym. Okay, let's try aid. Aid ini pasangannya dengan that's right, help.